Hello to all my friends out there. Okay, I'm back. I have some stuff to say. This video is how to stockpile for $1.80 per day, $12.50 per week, $25 for 2 weeks, or $50 for 1 month. So you might be saying, I don't have 50 cents. How am I supposed to stockpile for $50? Well, we're going to get into that. If you knew a depression was coming, if you knew a famine of some sort was coming, could you collect $2 worth of cans per day? Or could you find a way to earn $25 in 1 week? If you knew hard times were coming. And so what we want to do is we want to talk about what we're going to store and how we're going to get it. So let's say you go, well, I can't possibly do that. Well, could you possibly call up and try to arrange having food delivered to your house? Or could you go on welfare now? Or could you go to the food banks, the food pantries, the churches now? Okay, now another thing is, it's not just what we stockpile, it's not just how much we pay, it's what we get. So now we have the person who has this dehydrated food. We have the person who has beans and rice and says, okay, I'm good to go. I got 100 pounds of beans and 100 pounds of rice. Okay, the depressions can go on 10 years. So what we want to do is we want to be able to conceptualize what might be the best thing for us to do. Freeze-dried food, beans and rice, or maybe we would want to stockpile cans. Okay, if we go to a cashless monetary system, or we go so that there is no storables food in the stores, and they were to limit the amount of food you could buy by numbers of people in your family. Like if you've ever been to a food pantry, they give you fresh food that is left over from the stores, but by the next week you're right back there because you need food again. So that's why we want to learn the stockpiling right now. Okay, in Venezuela, if you wanted a bag of beans, you had to give them a bag of rice, and you were glad to get the bag of beans and the bag of rice. But fortunately, it hasn't come to that yet in America. Not saying it won't. Don't be lofty. We don't know what's going to happen actually. So let's say I have oatmeal. Do you want to trade me some of your oatmeal for some of my rice? No. I have lard. Do you want to give me some of your lard for some of my beans? No. I have milk. Do you want to give me some of your milk for some of my beans? No. Cans is the best, you guys. That's 1 evaporated milk. And now I'm going to show you like cans of food. 1 can of chicken and rice soup as opposed to rice and beans. Who's going to be better nourished? Corned beef, chili, vegetarian vegetable soup. You can use that for your vegetables. Spaghetti and meatballs. You know, when I really started to really see this was Ramblings with Sherry. Subscribe to her, you guys. She showed us her pantry and it was all cans, and I said, you know, that is the way to go. Nothing is going to contaminate this. It's going to be good for a couple years. This one's till 2025. Some peaches. You want to trade me some of your peaches for some of my rice? No. and some salmon. You want to trade me some of your beans, my beans, for your salmon? No. So now let's talk about how I can get some of this canned food, or and if I don't eat this food for a year, it's going to be just as good as it is now. Okay, so now this is $1.80 per day. Otherwise, say buy 2 cans. Now the corned beef is a little bit more, and the salmon is a little bit more, but generally a can is about $1 now. When I first doing these videos, these cans were 50 cents. So one thing you could do is you could go to Dollar Tree, or you could go to the 99-cent only, or even Walmart. So I have these separated in $10 increments. So you would say four weeks, approximately $10. Canned meat, evaporated milk, and then for vegetables, just go basic. Peaches, pears, apricots. For vegetables, go green beans, corns, and peas, and then crackers and peanut butter. And you can get each of these items, except maybe the canned meat, although there is canned meat for $1. And be sure you remember you've got to have some nuts, and you've got to have some fish. Okay, the second week, cereal for $1, shelf-stable milk, tuna, bologna, cheese, eggs, bread, macaroni and soup, 1 soup, and 1 package hot dogs. And this is a good way to prevent going hungry. What you do is you just pile your refrigerator and freezer full, and then you eat it down. And if you don't have any money, you go to the food banks. You go to the food pantries, you go to the welfare, you do whatever you have to do and pile your food up now. Okay, number 3 week, 1 can chili, 1 bag tortilla chips, 1 4-package of yogurt, 1 can pineapple, and try to get the pineapple in its own juice, 2 packages of hamburgers. So they have those soy burgers, partly soy, at Dollar Tree, 2 for $1. 1 box of potatoes, 1 shelf-stable milk, 1 bread, and 1 package hot dogs, and 1 package of French fries. So this is quite a bit of food. This is your stockpile food. You're trying to buy this every week as you can. If you only buy half of this, it's still going to add up, you guys. Okay, now I put like items that are not food items. $1 detergent, $1 dish soap, $1 shampoo, $1 toothpaste, the bars of soap with the most bars for $1, 2 toilet paper, and 1 deodorant. So that's $8. So that gives me $2 more for buying food if I'm very, very cheap about these items. Okay, those items are non-essential, so go cheap until you get your house stocked up. So now on the final week, 1 can tuna, 1 package macaroni and cheese, 2 cans Vienna sausage, 2 cans potted meat, a 6-pack of top ramen, 8 eggs, 1 loaf bread, 2 corn dogs. I accidentally got those sausages wrapped in a pancake, and those are good. 2 burritos, the big ones, 1 bag chips, and 1 large soda. Here's a look at the last list, and let me give you a shot of the whole page so you can take a screenshot. And I have one more thing I want to tell you guys. So, you know, things are getting really, really bad, and the food is getting really, really scanty at the food banks and pantries. And you stockpiled this, and you stockpiled this, and you stockpiled this. And it doesn't cost that much right now, and there is ways you can get it. If you need to apply for food stamps, and try to get Section 8 now. Okay, you guys, please like, comment, and subscribe, and God bless you all.